Hey, you're listening to Mic'd Up with Mama Shaun, the podcast where purpose meets play and passion turns into power. I am your host, Rashawn Webb, but around here they call me Mama Shaun. The name was first spoken by a little boy who called me Mom before I even understood what that title meant. But now I carry it with pride as a mentor, a coach, and a mother to many. From running my child care center and my child care training company, coaching CEOs and leading with faith, I am here to help you grow with grace, build with purpose, and lead from the heart. So let's get mic'd up and dig in.
Hey y'all, welcome back to another episode of Mic'd Up with Mama Shaun, where healing meets leadership and a little bit of glitter. It just makes everything better. So today we are going to have a heavy episode that I didn't see coming, but I think we all need. I want you to grab your tea, grab your soda, grab what you need, because today we're going to talk to your future self. The title of today's episode is Dear Future Me, the Woman or the Man That I Am Becoming. Because we're having a conversation with their future selves. And yes, she's wiser, he's wiser, softer, stronger. And she's cheering on. She's cheering you on. Think about your future self, not your past self, not your current self, but your future self. Let me tell you what sparked this episode. Okay. I was journaling, minding my own business, and I thought about what my future me would look like 5 years from now, 10 years from now. What does she look like? What could she say to my current me? Right? And so I thought about where I'll be, like we always do as we're little girls. Who are we married to? How many kids are we going to have? Blah, 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 all the things, right? But we don't ever think about the hardships we're going to go through to get to our future selves. So let's think about who we're going to be in the future. When I thought about who I'd be in the future, and I tell you, that thing hit me hard, because although I don't know who she is, the things I'm learning about myself now is going to prepare me and propel me to who she will be, right? Things happen that we don't think we're going to get away from or get around, or things that we don't think we're going to overcome. But it's in doing that that we realize we're going to tell our past selves, thank you. Now, who is my future self? Let's look at our past and current selves, right? For me, I healed from old wounds that I used to normalize because I wanted acceptance. I wanted friendship. I wanted love. I wanted peace. Who is my future self? I chose rest without guilt. She walks into rooms knowing she belongs because God sent her. She believes she can, and so she does. She loves boldly, forgives quickly, and protects her peace aggressively. Where we don't know where we're going. We don't know where we're going. Okay? We don't know how we're going to end up there. But the path we're on right now leads us there. And that path can be sticky. sloshy, straight, narrow, trafficky, stormy, turbulent, a lot of things. But we know that when we walk in those doors, our future selves walks in those doors, all the names, all the descriptions I just mentioned will prepare us for that door. Yes, it hurts right now. It hurts. Yeah, absolutely. But guess what? When you get on the other side, that pain is going to look minuscule, minimal, and it's going to propelled you for where you are right now. The pain that I endured at the hands of people 2.5 years ago it sent me into a tailspin. It sent me into paranoia. It sent me into always having to protect myself, watch myself, look out for myself. And now the things I'm going through now makes back then look small, because what I went through back then, as painful and egregious, it's preparing me, and it prepared me for right now to be strong and courageous. Not just courageous, very courageous. I want you to write down, who is my future self? Who is she? How do you know who she is? Because things that you have overcame and that you're overcoming now will determine who you will be in the future. Because I don't want my heart to get broken like that ever again, I now know what my green flags are and what my hard no's are, and I stand on them. I stand on them. I don't waver. I don't let anyone's opinions or words shake me from my hard nose. I don't give in to someone else's, please, can you, I need you, to appease them when I've given you a hard no. Okay? Your future self isn't wanting, or rather waiting for perfection. She's waiting for permission. Think about your pain now. Think about your suffering now. How are you adjusting? How are you bettering? Because in the future, you're going to look back on that pain and realize it was so small. It was so minuscule. I didn't need to fly off at the handle. But that instant pain of your present made you act that way. And that will determine how you handle your future pain. People go through pain and stay in pain, but pain is going to come. You don't have to go looking for it. Pain is going to come. But how do you handle the pain? The next thing I want you to consider is, what did she or he need me to release? What are some things you need to let go of? We talked in the last episode about some things you were not going to carry over to 2026. For me, people pleasing. I do things to please people, not realizing it's hurting me in the process, not realizing it's going against what I personally believe for myself. Overworking. I overwork to overcompensate so I can make sure that everything is fine. But in the meantime, I'm doing the work of others when they need to do the work themselves. Fear of disappointing others. It's hard at times for me to make decisions because I'm afraid I'm going to let somebody down, and I don't want to let people down. But that comes with life. So even as I go through this episode with you, I'm also being raw and transparent about my pain points and old identities that no longer match my assignment. The version of you that thought struggle was your personality. To this very day, because people have let me down in 2025, I have attached myself to paranoia. I've attached myself to what happened? Okay, what's going on? Okay, oh my God. What do we need to fix? What do we need to change? Not realizing, girl, reel it in. Calm down. Breathe. Teach the people what they need to know and set them free to do it themselves. And back up. You're doing the most. Not just the most, the absolute most. And how does my future guide me today? Y'all, my future self must be tapping me on the shoulder like, Mama, get off your social media and go finish that training that you're supposed to be working on. I reflect on decision making from vision instead of circumstances. I reflect on letting my alignment matter more than my urgency. I reflect on trusting God, trusting His no's, trusting His yeses, but definitely trusting His no's. And that's hard because I want. But my future self will appreciate me trusting God's no's. My future self will also appreciate me trusting His yeses. So I wrote a letter to my future self, and it goes like this: Dear future me, thank you for not giving up on me. Thank you for waiting patiently while I grew, while I stumbled, while I healed, and while I surrendered. I see you. You're glowing. You're grounded. You're thriving. You're walking with God like y'all text every morning. I'm coming for you. And when I get there, we'll both know that it was worth it. I will tell anybody, trust God's knows. Trust His knows just as strongly as we trust His yeses. Because we don't see what He sees, right? We don't see the pain that's coming on the horizon, but He does. So when He yanks back that thing that we want, we get mad, we get angry. We might say some words, but I promise you, it's for the best thing that He could do for you. Here's your mic'd up moment. The version of you becoming is already proud of you. Don't rush her. Grow towards her. Don't rush who you're going to be in the future. Don't rush who you're going to be in the future. Let it develop on its own. Don't be so quick to be in the future. Be in the present. The future is going to come by itself. The future is going to come whether we look for it or not. All righty, y'all. Here's your assignment. I want you to share this with someone who needs a gentle nudge to dream forward. Share this with someone that needs to know that your current situation is propelling you forward. Don't rush it. Just like we tell the kids, I can't wait to grow up. I can't wait to grow up. Growing up is ghetto. Don't rush it. Just go with it. Until next time, stay true and stay you.